Hey everybody, this is Brittany here from Surfing Waves of Light, and I was getting ready to go pick up my weekly CSA vegetables, and I felt inspired to channel a message, so I'm going to do that. Thank you so much for everyone who watches these videos, subscribes to my channel. It's really, really cool to have people interested in what my guides are saying, and I'm just super appreciative. Shout out to Carol Morgan, who channeled this sweatshirt, which I love the design. I love that sun, and I'm happy to be wearing it while I'm doing my own channeling. So I'm going to bring through the Arcturians, and we'll see what they have to say. All right. Greetings, dear beings. We are the Arcturian Council, and we are pleased to connect with all of you. Today is a most glorious day in Earth's history. Every day is a most glorious day in Earth's history because you see, you are the inventors of the world you see, and therefore each day can be glorious. Each day can be wonderful. Each day can be whatever you wish for it to be. Yes, dear beings, and what we have noticed about the mainstream culture that is very prevalent in your society today is that they are big portrayers and encouragers of victimhood. Yes, if you watch your news or if you talk to other beings who are highly entrenched in the world, they are a victim of the world that they see. And this is not truly the case. And in fact, we see this as a direct attack, so to speak, on beings of lower consciousness who do not know that they have a choice, because what it does is it places beings in a position of being powerless. They are taking on that identity of being a victim, and when you are a victim, you feel you have no choice. You feel that the world is happening to you, and you feel like there is nothing for you to do but to await the catastrophe or danger or abuse that is coming your way. And this, dear beings, is so far from the truth of who you are and the truth of this world, that we really wanted to bring this message through today. Yes, you see, there is much change occurring in the world right now. There is changes occurring in the climate. There are changes in the state of politics across the world. There are wars occurring. There is disease and famine. There are so many negative vibrations that you can tune into and turn your mind channel, your television of the mind, into those stations, and you can take on that victimhood mentality. Yes, you can feel like the climate is changing and you are helpless, and that ecosystems are going to be destroyed forever, and that you will all end up doomed. Yes, this is a way to think about the world. And we are not saying we know what is going to happen to the world, because this is a world of free choice. And so no one truly knows exactly what is going to happen with anything, because so many beings that can tap into love and light or darkness and disease are here on this planet, making choices every day, deciding how they are going to navigate the world from a victim mentality, from a survivalist mentality, or will they embrace the navigator mentality? Shout out to Dylan Marcus for that beautiful expression. And so one thing that comes up a lot is this change of the weather on your earth. Yes. And we see many beings fall into fear when they hear about warming temperatures in the Arctic or droughts that are occurring. And all we wish to say today to anyone embracing a victimhood status across any topics, weather change, war, politics, is that you have a choice, dear beings, and you do not need to be the victim. You can instead see these changes and know that it is good. You can capitalize or take advantage of these changes. You may need to be creative or have some ingenuity, but every situation provides opportunity. Just because the ice is melting in the Arctic, so to speak, that does not mean we must fully panic. We can say, okay, what can we do with this ice now that it is in its brotherly form of water? How can we capitalize on this experience as opposed to go inside and run into fear? Instead of running into fear and victimhood, we can embrace the changes that are occurring on this planet. And we must say that the world changes when beings' perception changes. And this is a time where many, many beings across the world and nations and states, they are changing their perceptions. They are seeing that the structures of the planet that were ruling their lives in the past, that were taking over how things shall be done on this planet, they are seeing that these systems are not so good. They are seeing that these systems are not so loving. And so, because they are seeing this, their perception is changing. Now, they may still be in a victimhood mentality, but at least their mind has made the discernment, the decision that these systems may not be always in their best interest. And even just that little sliver of change in the mind creates waves out into the universe that are grand, that are infinite. And now imagine millions and billions of beings across the world noticing this. Imagine the tsunami of perceptual change that is occurring across the planet. And your perception, these things directly affect the political climate. These things directly affect the weather. The perceptions of the beings on this planet, that is the climate of the planet. The climate of your planet is a mixture of the free will choice thoughts of each individual being on it. You all make up the mind energy of this planet. And so you should feel responsible in a good way when you see changes occurring on the earth. You see the way things have been on earth, that has not been its natural state. That has not been exactly how the earth can function in its optimal beingness. There are many opportunities coming for you beings. The world is changing, and this is a good thing, because the world that existed before the past few years was not of a loving nature. It was a world that was full of lower frequency entities siphoning energy from the masses through very creative and ingenuitive methods. Yes, but do not feel a victim here. You have never been a victim. Yes, we want you to honor the times you feel a victim. Yes, we need you to feel the emotions that you have felt over the past few years or your entire lifetimes, because part of this ingenious method is that the systems on your planet have provided you with many techniques to suppress your true feelings. They have taught you since a young age that you could not make choices, that you needed to ask experts for permission, that you needed to go to someone else to figure out the right thing to do. And this is not the case. But that is part of the game you decided to play when you came to this dear planet Earth. You said, I am okay from a higher soul perspective with going into this experience where I am going to feel powerless, where I am going to feel a victim. And you wanted to experience that. And you have. And that has been, this victimhood suppression energy has been the theme over at least the time of this being's life, 30 plus years. And much before that, the energies on the planet have been very dense. The density is decreasing. And so things are getting lighter. Things are changing. Ice is dense and it is melting into water. And even though physically, with your modern day physics, that density may not be exactly correct, it is an example of the thick ice that is melting. It is changing form, the density, the victimhood, all of these lower frequency aspects, they are coming undone. Your emotional suppression is like ice. It has been frozen in your body. You have been frozen to even begin to know how to express your emotions. And now you are learning how. And sometimes this may not come out in the most beautiful form. You may find yourself being very angry. You may find yourself being very upset. You may find yourself feeling like a fool, like you have been tricked. And these triggers are coming up more and more because as the density decreases, as the frozen emotions of your life become more fluid into water because they are flowing, they are expressed now, they are not trapped in your body. At first they may come fast, like a fast flowing river. But over time, these feelings and emotions, you are going to learn how to naturally cycle through them. You are going to learn when something does not feel good, because you are not going to be looking to authority figures, to the world, to a newscaster to tell you how to perceive your day, how to perceive your life, or how to perceive changes that are occurring on the planet. You see, dear beings, change is the most natural thing in the world. If you wanted to be the same all the time, you would not have come to Earth. You would have gone to a planet that has a much more stable perceptual state. But no, you all, you brave, courageous souls, you decided, I am going in, I am going to have this experience, I am going to feel emotions and ideas that I did not know were possible in unconditional love. You are so entrenched in this state of being that you all who are actually spirit, who are actually unconditional love, really truly believe that you are separate beings in bodies. What a wild experience to have. What a interesting experience to have. What a curious experience to have. There is nothing wrong with this experience. There is nothing wrong with the world, and there is nothing wrong with you. Each experience, the experience of suppression, the experience of anger, the experience of joy, the experience of jealousy, grief, sadness, fear, These are just experiences. And as you become more conscious and more in tune with your guidance, more in tune with who you really are, you will walk a path in this lifetime that is of joy. You will see every change, even the most terrifying possibilities, as opportunities. And when you choose that perceptual state of opportunity over victimhood, you take your power back. You become powerful beings walking the planet, and with each step, shining your light, your vibrational energy out to the beings around you who are going to wonder, why does this being see opportunity where I see only fear and victimhood? How is this being doing that? And then you can tell them. You can be a leader in wherever you are just by not fully embracing victimhood every opportunity you get. Going through powerlessness, going through victimhood, this can be normal because of your training. But over time, you will have a difficult situation. You will see that it is difficult, and your mind won't jump straight into fear. It will jump to opportunity. Earth is all about opportunity, and your soul in its highest expression in physical form wants to see everything as opportunity. A fight with a loved one, a potential nuclear war, a pandemic of worldly size. These are all opportunities. So we invite you to not fear the changes that is occurring on Earth. We invite you to embrace them. We invite you to continue to look out for your planet. Of course, do not continue to pollute it. Do not continue to support industries that are not treating it well. Take steps where you can. But also just your perception that all is well, that all is opportunity, that no matter what, the earth is a powerful being who can balance out any evil forces that may be present. Just you knowing that brings your power back. And we want you to be independent beings, in tune with your guidance, and feeling powerful, not feeling at a loss. You are not at a loss. You are at a place where decision and choice has been more possible than ever before in Earth's history. And every day, as the energies on the earth continue to rise, these opportunities will become more present. Because as each of you embody the loving being you truly are, you create opportunities for each other. You create physical possibilities that were not there before. And it was no system or foundation or ecological society that created that. No, it was you. It was you choosing not to be powerless anymore. It was you choosing not to support a corporation by working for it. It was you choosing to take a job that is more in alignment with your standards and ethics and vibration. And just taking these tiny steps, even just the step of changing your perception of fear, just that step, that is more powerful than anything you can physically do. You taking your power back is something we cannot emphasize enough. As we look down from our ships, so to speak, because it is easier for you humans to view us in physical form. When we look down, and when you were with us before you came to this planet, you looked down on this planet and you saw aspects of yourself that were not able to receive messages or spiritual guidance because they were so trapped in this cycle, the systematic cycle of slavery that occurs on your planet. And so you decided to come down to the earth And just by incarnating on Earth with that intention, you raise the vibration of the planet. And that vibrational raising of the planet is going to create chaos, because it is not in the will of the beings who have ran this planet for so long. And so from your ship with us, you could not help but in your body that you are in now, this form you chose to take, you can help in so many ways. And you were feeling helpless back when you were on the ship with us, looking down at other aspects of yourself, soul family who were trapped in the dense incarnational cycle of Earth. And so you came, and many of you came, hordes and hordes of volunteers, of high frequency loving beings came, and they knew it would be awkward, and they knew it would be different, and they knew that they would feel victimness and they would feel powerless. But you also knew that a time would come when the densities would shift and you could step into your power, step into the knowingness of who you are, and remind the beings around you just by being yourself, just by knowing that all is possibility, that there is no death, destruction, and horribleness to come. There is only beauty to come, and that is why your television systems must constantly project images of death and destruction, because they know that the loving nature of the planet, the loving nature of the individual beings is literally rising at a rapid rate. And the only thing they can do to stop it is try to trick you back into fear. Live your lives, dear being. Step into your power and be free, for the chains that have been on you are loosening, and your mind is the key to opening them. This has been a message that we are so passionate about. We love you all so very much, more than you can know. We are you. We feel you. We are your cheerleaders who will never see a fault in you. We know that everything you do is purposeful, and we hold you in the highest love and light, no matter where you are. We love you oh so very much, and we will be back again and again and again to purvey any message we can that may activate you, turn the light on within you, that will brighten this planet and allow Earth to come into her highest expression of who she really is. We love you. Namaste. All right, dear beings, geez, that one has been sitting around for a while. 22 minutes, time literally flies when I do these channelings. I have to go pick up my veggies. Love you guys so much. Thank you for listening if you got this far. And yeah, I really appreciate it. And I hope you enjoyed this message. I did. This is a process I'm going through. Anything the guides say to me, it's really for me, for my spiritual development. But because we're all one, we're all connected, we all have similar guides. Sometimes some of my guidance may be able to help you. So love you all so much. I will speak to you again at another time too. Bye.